nights ago, it was Thatcher Demko and his mastery of the blues that just absolutely took me away. Today, it's Jacob Markstrom's seemingly perfect taste in seafood. No, we're not talking about the Seattle Kraken, we're talking about the San Jose Sharks. Actually, that was a bad joke. Shark fin soup is no joke. Don't eat it, guys. But the Vancouver Canucks have just won another NHL game against another Pacific team in a game that I'm just so happy to have seen a result. Because, obviously, the Pacific is still the Pacific. Even though we're still first in the Pacific, it's really, really difficult with all these other teams coming up. The Battle of Alberta was today. That went to a shootout. And that game is going to be replayed on Saturday as well. So, getting as many wins as we can is the best scenario here. It's our fourth win in a row. The Canucks are at 62 points. They're now tied with the Colorado Avalanche and the Columbus Blue Jackets for 7th in the league in points. Only Washington, St. Louis, Boston, Pittsburgh, Tampa, and the Islanders have more points than the Vancouver Canucks do at this point. It's a three-way tie for 7th, and Vancouver pushes themselves into that conversation. The Calgary Flames won today in the Battle of Alberta, so they are up to 60 points, and the Oilers lost in a shootout in the Battle of Alberta, so they are at 58 points. It's really tight still, but having 62 points is better than having 60. It's very nice being in this position. And for the Vancouver Canucks make that 4 straight wins, 2 of them against San Jose. And the one tonight was a very, very interesting win. The past 3 games, the Vancouver Canucks have only let in 1 goal each, but this time the Canucks let in 2. But they end up scoring 5, so it evens itself out, and overall this is just a game where the Canucks, honestly, I think they only had to play really 5 or 6 minutes to get the result they wanted. And I say that because even though they did get a goal earlier on in the first from Quinn Hughes, pretty much this game was really quiet from the Vancouver Canucks the entire way through, with the exception of a 5-minute span in the third. The first period starts off, and Tomas Hertl gets a shot all the way out in front. The puck comes right over to him, and he's got an open net to shoot at pretty much. He shoots it, he scores it, boom, it's in. It's 1-0 San Jose, and right away I was thinking, the Canucks are kinda slow right now. It's not really a super fast-paced start like we would have liked to see. Maybe they're trying to play the long-haul game here, maybe they're trying to outweight the San Jose Sharks, who knows? But the first period didn't end there in terms of the goals because Quinn Hughes from Brock Boeser and Chris Tanev gets his 6th goal on the year. Boeser is able to play it back, Hughes has it, does a nice spin move to get around the guy, comes in, winds up, shoots it, it's straight in from the point. Wow, what a shot from Quinn Hughes. And Brock Boeser, who has been pointless in his past 5 games, finally gets back on the board. It was the first time in his career where he's gone 5 games without a point. But that's broken up here. He gets his 28th assist on the year. Let's go. The first period finishes off, and the Vancouver Canucks are down in shots, 14-7. The Sharks were really just kind of laying it out there, and really putting the pressure on, trying to get those chances. Jacob Markstrom was really good throughout the entire game pretty much, but the Sharks couldn't really solve him aside from that Tomas Hertl goal. In the second period, though, where the Sharks get 14 shots again and the Canucks only get 6, it's Brent Burns who winds up with a slapper from the point. That one beats Jacob Markstrom. It's 2-1 San Jose coming into the third. And at the start of the third period, I was thinking to myself, okay, this Canucks team honestly has been just really passive. I don't know about you, but this team doesn't really look like it was trying out there for the first 40 minutes. It's something that I was kind of thinking, okay, I can understand that. They are coming back from a break. They just played a really good St. Louis team, and now this team in San Jose isn't the best on paper. I can understand them taking a little bit of a foot off the gas pedal, but Markstrom has still been forced to make a whole bunch of saves. So The third period starts. They started off on a power play. They don't get any shots, which is absolutely nuts. The first unit just keeps on passing the puck around. We've heard this story before. The Vancouver Canucks, heading into this game, were 3 for their last 35 power plays or something like that. They were at a solid 8% in their previous most 35 opportunities, and that kind of tells the tale of how this team is failing to do things on their top power play unit. Seriously, they were so good earlier in the year, but now it's just so pristine, so precise, yet it's not working. It's almost like all the guys on the first power play don't want to score. They all want their teammates to score and not for them to actually score themselves. So the Canucks end up not scoring on the power play to start off the third. It's still 2-1 at this point, and then Tyler Myers takes a shot and it goes in. Assisted by JT Miller, who sends the puck all the way back to Tyler Myers. He just rips one, absolutely rips one on net. And just like the Hughes goal from earlier, it goes in. That's his 5th on the year. It's interesting because JT Miller gets his 30th assist on the year, and Quinn Hughes also gets his 30th assist on the year on this goal. Then give it a 4-minute double minor to Marc-Edouard Vlasic later on Oscar Fantenberg, which was really, really ugly to see. The guy came back into the game later on. He had a big swollen up lip, still bleeding from the high stick there. The first power play kind of does the same thing. They don't score. Then give it a few more seconds. The second unit is out there. Jake Virtanen comes onto the ice, takes the puck at the blue line, toe drags around the defender who has no stick, holds it, shoots it, and it's off the bar and in. What a goal by Shotgun Jake, 15 on the year, assisted by Tanner Pearson and Adam Gaudette. Second unit power play, getting those pucks on net and actually doing things. The second power play is filled with guys who look like they all want to score themselves. It's different from the first unit, and I don't know if there's some coaching differences going on, maybe there's some different set plays going on for each power play, but this second unit has been on fire, and the first unit has had nothing to show for it over the past few games. At this point, it's 3-2 Vancouver, but don't turn off the TV yet, because give it a minute, and Brandon Sutter, off of a really nice setup by JT Miller, bangs the puck in along with Beagle right there in the slot. It's 4-2 Vancouver, add a Tanner Pearson empty netter from Loui and Horvat, and you have a 5-2 win. This is kind of what I was talking about. From Tyler Myers' goal up to Brandon Sutter's goal, it was about 5.5 minutes-ish of gameplay. That's all they needed to come into this game and just be like, nope, it's ours, we're winning, sorry. Jacob Markstrom had to play tremendously the entire game, and I will give him props for that. 40 shots against, 38 saves, 2 spectacular performances, each by Thatcher Demko and Jacob Markstrom against a really good team and a really bad team. It's really nice seeing this team having these really solid performances from their goaltenders. It's been like however many years since the Roberto Luongo, Corey Schneider thing, but I feel like we have a really good tandem here, and I think everybody else kind of does too. Who am I kidding? I'm not saying anything new by saying that Markstrom and Demko are both good, but the Canucks seal the deal. It's really nice because once you see the 1-minute mark left on the third period when the Canucks have a lead, you know it's going to be Pearson, Horvat, and Eriksson out there. Those guys get points on all the empty netters, and they each got points here on this one. JT Miller wraps up the game with 2 assists. Boeser gets an assist as well. Elias Pettersson was pointless, which is strange, but Pettersson did have a few chances to score himself. He had 2 breakaways and a really nice opportunity in front. He missed the net on all of them. What the heck, Petey? I don't know if it's confidence issues or whatnot, but I think Pettersson's got to throw in a deacon there once in a while, man. I mean, who am I to judge the offensive decisions of arguably the best Canuck player in years? But my goodness, man. Try to throw in a deke or something. Those shots all miss the net. Obviously, if you give Pettersson that shot 100 times, I doubt he misses the net 100 times. He probably buries it. I'm trying to put a number on it, maybe 60, 70 times? I'm not really too sure, but Pettersson was pointless in this one, Pearson had 2 points, Quinn Hughes had 2 points, and Markstrom made 38 saves in what was a great win for the Vancouver Canucks. We're up here, still first in the Pacific, we're 7th in the league, and things haven't looked better for Vancouver, haven't they? Hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.